If you're wondering, is it safe to lift heavy at my age? You're in the right place. I'm Jacob Pfau. I'm the owner of Primal Barbell, a strength gym in Chicago, Illinois. And if you're wondering, is it safe to lift heavy at your age? The answer is yes, but there's a lot more to it. Heavy is relative, and lifting weights is all about adaptation. So if we defined heavy as 400 pounds, but you've completed a workout at 395 pounds and taken the appropriate amount of rest, then is 400 pounds too heavy? No, it's not. You passed the prior test. You're 5 pounds away. You cleared 395, which is 5 less pounds. You're ready for 400. It's an appropriate weight to load on the bar, and you absolutely should attempt it because everything you've done up until this point has prepared you to attempt that heavy weight. Now, on the other hand, if you've just taken 20 years off from lifting, and the last time you lifted was when you were 18 years old in high school, is 400 pounds safe to attempt? Maybe if you're Andre the Giant, but probably not for most of us. What if you walk out a squat and you're walking like this? Is 400 pounds safe to attempt in that case? No, absolutely not. If you can't show control when you're walking it out, then you shouldn't attempt 400 pounds because your body's gonna let you know. You have to be prepared to attempt a heavy weight in order for that heavy weight to be safe. But there's no upper limit to what's heavy, and there's no age where heavy lifting is all of a sudden a bad idea. But you have to wrap your head around this, that lifting, training is about adaptation, and it's about preparation. Here is the list of things that you want to master first before you lift heavy. Number one, you want to get your range of motion on point. So when you're squatting, you want to squat all the way to parallel. Can you do that with the empty bar first? If you can do it with the empty bar, then you can start to add weight to it. Are you in alignment? Are your knees in alignment over your feet as you squat? Or are they ducking in and you're getting compensations? If you're getting compensations on your first day, do you want to stack up a bunch of weight and lift heavy? No. We have some things to master first. Are you recovering from your workouts properly? Do you have the proper amount of nutrition support with adequate protein? And are you getting adequate sleep at night? If you have all of these mastered or really good, and your training's going well and you're challenging yourself, then you're on your way to lifting heavy. And it will be safe for you to lift heavy. Heavy is relative. Some people think lifting is just about a performance or a test, but that's not the case. It's all about training and adaptation. Just like when you go to school, school is about learning and building on prior concepts and prior knowledge. With weight training, you build on prior adaptations and you build towards heavy over time. So a prerequisite to attempting 400 is that you hit 395, and then 400 is appropriate. If you can't squat 395, you shouldn't squat 400. Now, the only exception to this is if you're working up to a test and you're going to test your 1 rep max. Maybe the most you've squatted is 350 pounds, but maybe you've done it for several reps. And it makes sense to work up and attempt 400 pounds when you're adequately rested, recovered, maybe tapered. We don't want to think of lifting as a performance or a test. Think of it like school. It's about training and adaptations. When you first start, if you have had 20 years off and you find yourself in your mid-40s, maybe you start at 65 pounds. Maybe that's challenging for you in order to be full range of motion and proper alignment. Maybe 3 weeks later, you're at 105 pounds. Maybe 3 weeks after that, you're at 140 pounds. Maybe 3 weeks later after that, you're at 180 pounds. And maybe 3 months in, as you climb these steps, maybe you're at 295 pounds for your working weight, for your volume. And now you're on the way, and you can see it in your future, that one day you're going to hit 400 pounds. You've got to build and adapt over time. That guarantees that by the time you get to 400 pounds, your joints are ready, your muscle is ready, your mind is ready, you have the right equipment, you have the right experience, you know what to do if you fail, you have an out, you have a plan, you have an exit strategy, someone watching you or a spotter. All of these things you may not have ready the first time you walk into the gym. It takes time to build that. But once you've built this up, there's no reason why you can't lift heavy, because if your body adapts, it's telling you it's capable of getting better. It's telling you that there's more in the tank in your future. So you want it to adapt and you want it to keep adapting. And this is the essence of lifting weights, is to get your body to do something that it can't currently do now. It's to increase your ability. That's the whole essence of lifting weights, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful process. If you found this video helpful, like it and share it with somebody that would benefit from it. Lifting weights is a serious thing, and there's a lot to it. If you're asking the question, is it safe to lift heavy at my age? You're indicating that you would benefit from having a coach work with you, establish starting weights, show you proper form, and guide your programming. So if you need the fast track towards getting strong with a barbell, visit my website, Primal Barbell, where you can book a discovery call. And until next time, stay primal.